course. We are looking forward to a very exciting moment, an exciting experience and walkthrough in this certification course program. So I will ask that you roll off your sleeve and be set for the avalanche of knowledge that is to be unveiled. Thank you very much. We are so glad to have you once again. And without wasting time, I would like to call on Professor Jose Noguera for the opening remark. Professor Jose, I don't know if you are there. Okay. Yes.
All right.
Dr. Mohammed Abdullahi.
If Professor Nagera is not there,
Okay, sir.
I think we can give attendees like 3 more minutes, exactly 5 minutes after 5 p.m. in Nigerian time, we can start.
Okay.
So
Thank you, sir.
I will reach out maybe before then, we would have joined. We can take the opening remarks. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, later. We won't start the course.
You can learn. Yeah.
Is this the one that has is linkage with this one? Because this one data is here. Hello? There is no audio from my end.
Okay, sir, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that means you are fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right.
Keep this thing there. Now, what should we do? If we call it information, because you can do my information. Felicia.
So please,
Please.
you may want to turn off your mic because we are hearing what you are saying, sir. Once again, welcome everyone to this stream 4 of the AI certification course. Like I said earlier, it's going to be an avalanche of knowledge as Prof is standing by to walk us through the certification course starting from the first day today. So without further ado, I would like to call on Professor Adebayo Paul Adejola for his presentation on the AI certification course. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Webmaster, Mr. Emmanuel Simon. And for our attendees, so we are welcome to this certification course in artificial intelligence application for professionals and top executives. On behalf of the board of ACCSA Global, and specifically our international president, Pamela in Pennsylvania, I welcome you to this training. Without wasting time, because we're going to be doing like 2-in-1. When I say 2-in-1 now, as we are touching on theory, our fingers also will be working. What is our belief in ACCSA Global? Bridging the digital divide in the teaching and practice of accounting, finance, and related fields. Before I commence this presentation, I want to be sure that all registered attendees have downloaded the documents shared on the platform because we'll need those documents for the practical session. I want us to download them. If it's doable, create a folder and put all those, just copy all those documents in the folder as we'll be making reference to these materials and documents one way or the other during the course of this presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome once again. What we are going to start with, theory is the basis for practice. So we're going to lay theoretical foundation for the stream 4 of this certification course. So we have brief overview of artificial intelligence. Now, if you ask me a simple question, in a few words, define artificial intelligence. See my own definition. I will tell you AI is machine mimicking the human intelligence so that tasks that are performed before now by human being are now performed by machine. That is artificial intelligence. That is a machine assuming or mimicking, imitating, or taking up human intelligence so that the tasks that human beings need to rack their brain to solve before now are now performed by machine. See this quote. Artificial intelligence is not a replacement for human intelligence. It is a force multiplier for human potential. A force multiplier for human potential. See the second one. In the age of artificial intelligence, leadership is no longer defined by what we know, but by how intelligently we use what we know. It is one thing for you to know that this thing is available, that is available. It is a different ball game for you to apply it. It is this correct application of knowledge that gives results, and this is what is called wisdom. Slide 2, brief overview. Artificial intelligence refers to the development of computer systems capable of performing tasks that traditionally require human intelligence. These tasks include learning from data, as machine learning, recognizing patterns, understanding language, decision-making, and problem-solving. AI does not replace human thinking. It augments it by processing information faster, more accurately, and at greater scale. I've had people over and over. Can you see the hand, two hands there, one human and one machine? When the two work together, the result you get will be outstanding. So we should stop getting afraid. Some of us are afraid that AI has come to take over our job. No, AI is not taking over our job as professionals. It is those who have mastered the use of AI that is actually taking people's job or that will take others' job. And I'm glad you have taken that decision to be part of the revolution, the AI revolution. So that at the end of this 4 weeks training, empowerment training, you can also boastfully stand your feet, stand your ground, and your heads raised up to stand at with committee of professionals around the globe. That is the essence of this empowerment training. So you won't be a novice when they are saying AI. Now let's see another subheading. Modern AI incorporates soft fields such as machine learning. This assistant that learn and improve automatically from experience. You can program your AI tool to learn some pattern. Maybe you have a unique way you do your presentation. You feed this into your AI, it will understudy the pattern you write or the pattern you speak. Then when you now give another question, maybe another problem for the AI to solve, it will follow the pattern you have fed into it. Deep learning, advanced neural networks that mimic human brain process. Can you see that? Please, I'm admonishing and encouraging all those registered attendees. Use your name when you are joining. Just do a change of name instead of using your devices. We have a list of those who have registered, and you will only be admitted if you use your registered name to be admitted to the platform. All right. Natural language processing, NLP, these enable machines to understand and respond to human language. They are machines, enabling machines that allow understanding and response to human language. Then robotic process automation, automating repetitive rule-based tasks. Generative AI, producing human-like text, images, presentation, and insight. We are going to see all these as we progress in this certification course. Now, let's see another heading, applications of AI for professionals and top executive. See area, how AI is applied, then impacts. I will just quickly take this, then we'll go straight to practical. Executive decision making, predictive analytics, scenario modeling, and risk forecasting. Impact enables data-driven strategic decision with greater accuracy. Fortunately, we have a case study today that will see how you can use AI tool to predict. Prediction in the sense that you have a knowledge of what has happened in the time past. And those data you have gathered in respect of past events will help you to predict what to expect in the future. Finance and accounting. Where is AI relevant here? Automated bookkeeping, fraud detection, credit analysis, auditing with AI analytics tools. And what is the impact? It enhances accuracy, speed, and compliance while reducing human errors. Particularly as we'll be drawing our attention to some of the AI tools tested and trusted. Though we also advise people, no matter the sophistication of any AI tool, the place of human brilliance and human ingenuity cannot be overemphasized. AI is not present or is not available to replace your own faculty or thinking faculty. That's why AI tool like ChatGPT, as we are going to see shortly, will tell you, you see a caveat there, AI make mistakes. And I've shared with us in the time past, I had a training here in the US, and our attendees were seated in our conference room somewhere here within this building in my office. We have a conference room, and I gave them a question in accounting that even has to do with calculations. The same question, but when they use AI to generate the solution, they have different answers. They have different answers. We are going to see how do we checkmate that during the course of this practical. Then project operations management, Workflow automation, AI will do that. Supply chain forecasting, resource optimization. The impact is that it improves operational efficiency, cut costs, and enhances productivity. The customer experience, service delivery, chatbot, personalized recommendation, automated engagement system, improve service. Let's leave all this theory. We'll share all this slide later. Let's see something before we start the practical. Benefits of training in AI for professionals and top executives. Number one, benefit, improve strategic decision making, enhance productivity and efficiency, competitive advantage. See another benefit, cost reduction and resource optimization. Number five, future-ready leadership skills. Number six, ethical and responsible use of technology. And as I close, see the conclusion here. The future belongs to leaders who understand that intelligence is no longer just human or artificial. They're collaborative. This still buttress what I've said earlier. Artificial intelligence plus human intelligence plus ethical intelligence plus emotional intelligence, all manner of intelligence make you a professional that will be reckoned with, cannot be brushed aside. And here I put another way, those who learn to lead with artificial intelligence today will define the standards of excellence tomorrow. So we are welcome on board. Let's go straight now to practical. Practical. If you have downloaded those documents I shared on the platform, what I will be sharing with us now is the case studies. Case studies. Today, we are going to look at 1 or 2 AI tools, depending on the time, because exactly 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time, which will be 12:30 p.m. here in the United States, I want us to stop for today. We want to try as much as possible, 1 hour, 30 minutes maximum. All right. I'm sharing my screen for us to see what we need from those documents. There is a document I've shared on the platform. That is what you are seeing on the screen. Week 1 case studies. Week 1 case studies. Every one of us have this. If you don't have it and you have registered and you are added to the platform, please quickly go to the platform. But then another good news, we are recording this presentation, but I will also try to be as slow as possible. It's not just rushing. There's no point rushing all the AI tools and people are not following. They are not getting it. If it is one AI tool, we are going to take per each content and we maximize the potential. Fantastic. Then we'll continue where we stop next time. You all have this. Let's see something. Case studies week 1, August 8, 2026. The very first AI tool we're going to be seeing today is the ChatGPT. ChatGPT has been overflowed, but then only few have maximized the potentials embedded in ChatGPT. So specifically, during this training, I will just be drawing our attention to some of the things ChatGPT can do for us that many are neglecting. Most people know ChatGPT can generate text. That's the things to do letter for us, to do memo, to do calculation. We're going to see in this training some other things that you can use ChatGPT for. In order to make this thing so interactive, do we have anybody who is hearing about ChatGPT for the first time? That is, or you have heard about ChatGPT, but this is your first time of using it. Do you have any such person here? Please don't be shy. Just indicate. You can use the icon to just signify. I have reason for asking this previous knowledge, so I will know the depth I can go in ChatGPT. If it's something we already master, I will not waste much time on that. Okay. If nobody is responding, let me just assume, including myself, we want to learn more, even if we already know ChatGPT. Now see the question, case study number 1. we can use ChatGPT for what? Professional writing and communication. That is what case study 1 is addressing. See the scenario. You are the head of administration in a medium-sized organization. Due to a recent system upgrade and staff training exercise, there will be temporary delays in processing client requests for the next 5 working days. See, management has asked you to prepare a professional communication to clients, explaining the situation while maintaining trust and professionalism. See the task before you now. Practical task. Say, act as a professional administrative officer. Draft a professional email to clients explaining the temporary delays. Number 2, a short WhatsApp notice for customers. Number 3, a brief internal memo to staff reminding them to maintain professionalism during the transition period. So that is case study number 1. What we are going to do next, ladies and gentlemen, is to launch our browsers. Let's launch our browsers. I will launch mine and I will share. You're going to see it. I use Firefox, so I'm launching it immediately. I'm launching Firefox. See, Mozilla Firefox is my own browser. Let's look up together and follow. Now, to some of us, we advise us maybe subsequently, if you have not made provision for that today, fine and good, next week. If you really want to do hands-on practical, some of us may not have the skills on how to minimize our screen so that you can be working one side with your system and the other side, you are watching this presentation. So I will advise us ahead of next week, you may decide to join using your phone, then you use your laptop for the practical. You don't need to connect, ChatGPT, Gemini. That means you'll be connecting 2 devices. Why not? For you to gain maximum benefit from this training. You can be following on the screen on your phone, the step-by-step approach. As you are watching from your phone, then your laptop will doing the practical application of what we are doing. That's one way we can follow. But the other way is, since we are recording, the only thing is that if people are aware that as soon as we finish week 1, and there's a recorded video that will be dropped, nobody or few people may not want to come and participate in the subsequent one. So we are going to release these videos at the end of the training. We can assure you, you will all have the video, but it will be at the end of the training. All right, if you have joined, see, this is the ChatGPT dashboard where we have all manner of information. A quick run, if I look at this, just watch. If you see here, this is new chat. You want to give new instruction or new prompting, this is where you go. Library. You want to schedule plugins. Then if I come here, we still have more images, health, and so on. We'll go to the one that is really important to us. Now, we have projects. These are some of the things I've done before. Don't worry about that one. We have projects. If you have launched your ChatGPT, all you just need to do to launch that, just type chatgpt.com. After launching your browser, I say the next thing you do is what? You type chatgpt.com and press enter. ACCSA Global Team, we have one Techno CM5 in the waiting room. If there is a way you can communicate to them to use their name, please do, so they will not miss out in this training. In fact, they have paid for it. Let them get their value. Now, when we say project here, you have a client or you have many clients, and you don't want to be saving all these clients by name from chat here. You can create a folder. Are we getting that? You can create a folder. See what I just clicked. This one of the folder I already created, and I've added a lot of documents in there. So you can create folder. That's the project you hear. If you have like 100 clients and the service you are rendering to all of them similar, you can put all of them in the folder. Then the chart is there. We have the chart and the rest. All right. So to solve the first problem, see new chart. Once I click on this, watch, new chart. It's now saying, what do you want me to do? That ready when you are. I promise us I'm not going to rush this. I just want a confirmation. Anybody here, ChatGPT, you have successfully launched your browser and you have typed chatgpt.com, press enter. If you are where I am, please signify. You can unmute or use. Are we there, please?
Okay, I'm there.
Thank you very much for that confirmation. All right. So what we will do, going back to our case study, I may not be opening my own on and on, off like that, case study, but you have the case study. Case study 1, see what I'm highlighting. I can share my screen again for you to see what I'm highlighting from my own case study. See it here. You are the head of administration in a medium-sized organization. So you copy all this. That is to describe your functionalities or your functions. So I will go back to ChatGPT. I will drop this. Just watch. That is not all. I've dropped that. The next thing I will do is prompting, when they call prompt. And you can see this from our practical task in that our case studies for week 1. The practical task is act as a professional administrative officer. See what I've done here, please. I have decided to pick this instruction one after the other. See the advice I give to people? There's nothing wrong. Somebody else may copy all the 3 questions at the same time and drop. But I said professionally, for you to get the maximum response, detailed response from AI tool. If you have like 5 questions, don't just pick all the 5, copy all the 5 and drop at the same time. Take it one at a time. Even when you feel the AI tool has given you more information than you require, that is where the human intelligence comes in. You have to go through. Just recently, I use AI tool to create some content. Honestly, I have to do some corrections myself. I want to show us something quick here. All right, I will show us when it pop up. But your own ChatGPT, you will see that caveat. Is that caveat I want to show us where it says ChatGPT make mistakes. All right, see my question. The first time, act as a professional administrative officer, draft a professional email to clients explaining the temporary delays. Now, it's good you are very careful. If I just pick the task and say act as a professional administrative officer, draft a professional email to client explaining the temporary delays, ChatGPT will ask me, delay in what? That's why you need to first copy the problem. That's what we pasted first. The next thing is for you to press enter or send your prompt. Watch. Are you seeing my screen? Send prompt. As soon as you submit, watch. Notice of temporary delay in processing client request. Their value claim. Can you see in less than how many seconds? this has been drafted. See what ChatGPT is telling me? Say, I can also prepare a short WhatsApp, SMS, notice, and formal public notice memo conveying the same information. All I just need to do, if I want to continue with this, I can say yes. That's why in most cases, this AI tool also suffer from what we call information overload. They give you some information you don't even require. That's why you have to narrow it down in prompting. We are going to see how do you give correct prompt to AI tools so that you get exact response that you are expecting. It is first one. Then let's go back again to our question. That's the case study. We want to pick the second prompt there. The second question there from case study 1 is saying, a short notice. Because of our time, I will pick both together this time around. Are we all there? I want to be sure you are seeing my screen. See what I drop here. A short WhatsApp notice for customers. Then number 3, a brief internal memo to staff, reminding them to maintain professionalism during the transition period. Then you send the prompt. Let's what? All you need to do here, see, short WhatsApp notice for customers, important service update, dear value customer, please be informed that due to an ongoing system upgrade and staff training exercise, there may be slight delays in processing and responding to requests over the next 5 working days. We apologize for any inconvenience and assure you that our team, so on. Now see what you do here, copy. You can copy direct from here and take to your WhatsApp and go and share once you copy. Then the brief internal memo to staff. See it here, the brief internal memo. Now, for professionals, consultants, why AI tool? Why do I have to use AI tool? We are in a world of competition. And in time management, we advise top executives or guys at the top, you don't waste your time doing everything yourself. Because in time management, you are advised to concentrate on the ones that require technicality. That's why we have that pyramid, management pyramid. You see the bottom, you see the middle level, you see the top level management. You at the top there, delegate some responsibilities. And the ones that require technical attention, handle them yourself. And to a consultant, why will you waste your time? You want to do some memo or you want to do some analysis and you now go and carry calculator. Oh my God. You now want to be memorizing some formulas like we do in those days. For purpose of exam, fantastic. For example, a client has approached you. Here is my financial report or financial statement for 5 years. I need advice. Or I want to invest in this social company. I want your professional advice, whether I should commit my money into that company or not. So as a consultant, this is not where you now go and sit down and go and carry, okay, let me see their financial statement for the past 3 years or 5 years. You will now start calculating profitability ratios and you will come under profitability ratios. You say gross margin, net margin, return on capital employed, return on investment, return on equity. These are formulas. These are ratios under profitability ratios. Then you now go again and say investors ratios, such as earnings per share, dividend per share, earnings yield, dividend yield, and so on. AI can do this. All you just need to do is your ability to understand what AI is presenting to you to support your decision making. Now we are done with question 1. Can you see the memo already done? But where you are wasting time, racking your brain, trying to impress somebody that, okay, I did, gone are the days. That you say, okay, I did it offhand. No, people want solution. And the earlier you create this solution, the better for you. We are done with case study 1. I want to show us something. In order to accommodate case study 2, see what I'm doing? The same ChatGPT. I will just come back here and click new chat. Immediately I click new chat, ChatGPT is telling me I am available for another task to be solved. So I'll go to our case study number 2. I'll be as fast as possible. I promise us. Please, let's see our case study number 2. I'm sharing my screen for you to see as well. That is, ChatGPT can be applied in research and information summarization. You have lengthy notes, or you have lengthy information or minutes of meeting can be report given to you. Like as we are seeing here, your organization's management team has received a lengthy 3-page report below on the impact of artificial intelligence on workplace productivity and employee performance. However, due to time constraint, senior executives do not have enough time to read the full report and need a concise summary before an important strategy meeting. As an accountant, some of us who are accountants here, or majority who join our accountants believe in precision and accuracy. Summarize. In those days, in our statement of accounting standard, number 24, it talks about abridged financial statement. That is, the people at the top don't have time reading through lengthy report. Summarize it, bring out the salient point. Contrary to IFRS and IPSAS we have today, IPSAS and IFRS want it detail. So all you need to do here, see, there are 2 ways you can handle this. You go to the report itself. See something? I will highlight this from the introduction. Just watch. I will highlight from introduction to the last. But if you have this same report as a standalone report, you can upload it into ChatGPT. I will show us that option, how to upload. Or better still, if we go to the second AI tool, we see how to upload. So this is the report. See where I stop here, where we have conclusion. I can copy all these reports. I will now go to ChatGPT. I will paste direct. I've pasted the report. But again, if you have this report as a standalone in a document, all you just need to do, can you see this? Add files and more. This is what we need to upload it. If I click this one, for example, I click on this, see, add photos and files, upload from computer. If you click on this, we are going to see that when we come to the next AI tool, because it's the same pattern. Now we have this report and we want summary. The next thing I will do, I'll go back to my case study. The practical task says, act as an executive research assistant. Summarize the report on the impact of artificial intelligence on workplace productivity and employee performance into 1, 5 key executive insight, 2, 1 paragraph executive summary. I'm picking the 2 at a time because of our time. Let's watch. Here, we paste. See what I've done here? I say act as an executive research assistant, summarize the report on the impact of AI on workplace productivity into 5 key executive insight, 1 paragraph executive summary. Then you submit. Let's watch this. As soon as we submit, can you see 5 key executive insights. AI is a major productivity accelerator. AI strengthens the speed and quality of decision making, and so on. See the executive summary. This has been done immediately, almost immediately. So that as the Oga at the top or consultant, you can now channel your energy and expertise to other things. I'm picking the last 3 because of our time. See the last 3 opportunities presented by AI, 2 potential risks or concerns, then 3 practical. As you submit this also, immediate is continuation. Certainly, here are the additional executive level sections. 3 opportunities presented by AI, 2 potential risks or concerns as workforce displacement and resistance to change. People don't want change. Then number 5, 3 practical recommendations for management. Develop an organization-wide AI strategy and governance framework to invest in workforce upskilling and change management. Then 3, adopt AI gradually. That is case study 2. Let's quickly see what again can ChatGPT do for us. Well, that's the pattern we are following this particular training for today. Let's go to case study 3. I want us to pay attention here. Some of you who have graphic designers, I'm not saying you should not use them again, but sometimes necessity may necessitate that you design some things for immediate decision. I give you a practical example. Like 4 weeks ago, thereabout, when I was traveling to London, I was in the aircraft, and one of our clients, we are planning a training for Morocco. So the client called me while in the aircraft. Of course, it's WhatsApp call and we have a connectivity. And he said, Prof, I need you to make an adjustment on the flyer and also the agenda of the Morocco training. My Oga is waiting. The executive need it immediately. On a good day, ordinarily, I will call our graphic designer. Please help me quickly make these changes to the flyer for the Morocco training conference. I was about doing that, and suddenly it just dawned on me. Why not use one of these AI tools? Though we have not used the AI tool to design the flyer, but we can prompt the AI tool to do the correction. So I took the flyer, I dropped it in this AI tool, and I say, act as a graphic designer. Every other content in the flyer remained the same, but change the fees, change the date, those things I need to change. Honestly, in less than 30 seconds, or let me say 1 minute, everything was done. And I had to copy a WhatsApp to him. Today, attendees have started paying for the same Morocco conference. If I've said, okay, until I wait, because sometimes our graphic designer, so busy, he's not handling only our work. He has a lot of clients also. Now let's see this question 3. ChatGPT applied in doing what? AI-assisted design of logo, complimentary card, and letterhead. So the next thing we are going to see, how do I use ChatGPT now for design? How do I use it for design? Maybe you also have a business in mind, or even your current business or your current firm. You want to design something better, maybe your logo, you want to change it. You can use ChatGPT. See the question here. You are the global consultant of Anor Dave & Co., a global consulting firm. You want to design a strong and professional corporate identity that reflects innovation, credibility, professionalism, and global relevance. You desire to design a professional logo, complimentary card, and an official letterhead using AI-assisted design tools. See the tasks we have here. Practical tasks. Act as a graphic designer with specialization in using CorelDRAW, Photoshop, and online graphic design like Canva for multiple years. These are your prompting. Then create a logo for Anor, Dave, and Co., a global consulting firm. The logo should be corporate and polished. Use blue and white color. But when you are doing your own, you may choose your own color. This one is just for purpose of demonstration. Then I said number 3, using the logo above, design a complimentary card for the global consultants, Dr. Enoch David, ACCSA USA. His phone number is this. The following is his contact address, and his email address has been given. Then I say number 4, using the same information provided, design a catchy letter A for Anor, Dave, and Co. And ladies and gentlemen, for your own practice, I just give us some other style. You know, we have corporate and polish. I decided to pick that option. I want it corporate and polish. There are other style. Maybe when you are doing your own, you may go for sleek and sophisticated. You may go for minimalist and modern, elegant and contemporary. The most important thing I tell people or we need, prompting, ability to give the correct prompt to ChatGPT or any other AI tool. So I'm going to copy the first task. We want to design a logo. But before you can ask the AI to design anything, first prompt the same AI to act as a designer. See again, I click on new chat. I now have a clean slate to work. See what I drop there. I'm telling ChatGPT now to act as a graphic designer with specialization in using CorelDRAW, Photoshop, and online graphic design. I've removed that one. I will now submit. Let's see the response. Absolutely, I can approach your design request from the perspective of a senior graphic designer experienced with CorelDRAW, Adobe Photoshop, and Canva, with particular attention to potential institutional and corporate communication. I will apply principles such as, let's leave all these stories. Your own may even be more than this. The next thing, you go back to your case study. You now pick the case practical task number 2, where we are told, see the instruction, create a logo for Anor, Dave, and Co. That's what I'm copying now. You copy that. I'll come and drop it here. Now that ChatGPT has now assumed the role of a graphic designer. Okay, if you say you're a graphic designer, help me design a logo. Create a logo for Anor, Dave, and Co., a global consulting firm. The logo should be corporate and polished. Use blue and white color. You may choose any color of your choice. Now watch as I submit. You submit. Once you submit, just watch and see how ChatGPT is gonna create the logo. As ChatGPT is working on that, I'm picking the next one that says using the logo. See, immediately. Can you see the logo created, right? Anor, Dave, and Co. Global Consulting. I asked ChatGPT to use blue and white. When you are doing your own for practice, you may decide to use another color. But the logo has been created. See the next prompt. I'm now telling ChatGPT, using the logo above, design a complimentary card for the global consultant. The name is Dr. Enoch David, ACCSA USA. His phone number is given. The following is his contact address, his email address, also given. Because all you just need here is to copy. This is your logo. Copy and go and paste somewhere. Let me submit this. Send prompt. We want to do a complimentary card. Submit. Let's watch the complimentary card. Creating image. And we see that complimentary card. Complementary card created. See the logo there, Enoch Dave & Co. Global Consulting, Dr. Enoch David, FCCSA, USA. Then the phone number is there, the address and the email address. Now let's take the fourth one from our case studies. That's where I'm picking them from. The last thing or the last task for that case study 3 from our case studies. See, I'm now saying using the same information provided, design a catchy letterhead for Enoch Dave and Co. You go ahead and submit. Let's watch as this is being created. It's still creating. Can you see the letter L created? Now, see something. Let me show you something. It's showing us 2 different designs. And you can select. It gave us image 1 and it's giving us image 2. So which one is your preference? You select. It's recommend the image 1 is better. It depends on you now. Anybody, please, you can unmute. If you are to choose, are you going for image 1 or 2? We want contribution. I've been the one doing all the talk. I want to be sure we are part and parcel of this training. Please, somebody unmute. If
Image
you are to
one.
choose.
Image
Image
two,
Image,
one.
sir.
I will take image one.
Image two.
image 2.
Image one
Okay.
for me.
Image
2
1,
for me.
image 2.
One
Image
is
2 for
okay.
me.
Well, I think image one
Image
is
2
really
for me.
better.
Image
Please,
one
okay,
for
let's
me.
do something now. Everybody with his own uniqueness. Somebody with
Yes.
image 1, tell us why you prefer image 1.
Because I think it's less busy. It's less crowded.
It's less crowded.
And then that global design inside within the letterhead paper itself gives it
You
additional
just
touch.
hit the nail on the head. Is that make it sometime when you have a design like this that they can help you inscribe some things on the main page of the is sometimes
Mm.
difficult to forge. All right, the person for image 2, we are learning. Let's get your reason why you prefer image 2.
So image two
I
is more
Photo.
is more detailed to an extent.
It's more detailed
When you
and it's also
yeah.
difficult to forge.
Not
We can say
just
that.
that, sir. You don't go. You can't look for so information. It's not difficult to get your information. In image one, you have to search and look what are those things. Then the image
Okay,
two has everything like the phone number and everything at the top. Then you look down, you just know that top is the phone number and necessary information. Then down is well,
great.
I feel it's more organized.
Okay. That is letterhead
That's
at a
that's being more detailed as we say.
yeah, that is at a glance. Once you have this image too, you see the phone number of the global consultant there, you see the address, you see the email. Okay, fine and good. So this is all we just need to do here. If I go for image 2, for example, I'll click. The moment I click image 2, then what you do next, see what I'm doing. I will click on your mouse, right click. It's now saying copy image. Once you copy this, you can now go and paste wherever you want to take it to. But what we do at this stage, it is at this point also if you are not too good in graphic, you can now send your design to your graphic designer to now make it in a form. Okay, there are two ways you can do this. If you want to use you want to set when printing, you have typed what content you want to type on a plain sheet, then you copy. At the point of printing, you just set the hard copy you have printed. But the other option is you can send to your graphic designer and you tell the instruction is, this is my letterhead. I want you to make it editable. Editable means you can type on the soft copy direct and type on the soft copy. Then once you type, you append your electronic signature if it's allowed, depending on the purpose you want to use it for. Like here in the United States, I have a couple of Africans and some other people from other part of the world who put in for their permanent residency, green card. And some of them, of course, are members of ACCSA Global. And they will ask ACCSA Global to write a recommendation letter for submission to the USCIS, that's the immigration here in the US. And of late, they've said electronic signature is not allowed because anybody can go and forge. So they want the document, that's the reference letter, to be signed manually. So we have this, you can print it if you want, and you can make it editable. All right, this is our question 4. Let's go to case study number 5. Is it case study 5 now or 4? Case study 4. Case study 4. For our case study 4, I'm sharing that case study. See case study 4. That is another area of application of ChatGPT. Remember, what we are doing today is just to open our eyes to see various functionalities embedded in ChatGPT. They are not all. Wherever we stop, I will even go and show us another aspect. I pray we have that time. Case study 4, career growth, CV review, and global job positioning. And what is the case here? A senior professional with extensive experience in leadership, consulting, training, accounting, finance, administration, and digital transformation wants to reposition himself or herself for greater global employment opportunities, consulting engagement, executive leadership roles, and international relevance in the AI-driven economy. The professional already has a detailed CV, but wants to determine whether the CV meets global standards. How attractive the CV is to international employers. 3, the most suitable career job titles that match the profile. Areas requiring improvement for stronger global competitiveness. I've discovered also from experience, people share their experience, that some are not denied job opportunity because they are not qualified, but the way they are structured their CV. If you check the platform, I shared a sample CV. That CV actually belonged to me. And recently here in the US, somebody who saw my CV, I said, Prof, it's in Nigeria you need this kind of CV that, God will help us. You know our mentality in Africa. The lengthy your CV is, the more accolade they will give to you. He has done research. No, we are going to see what ChatGPT will respond to that CV. Because I have CV that CV should be about 15 to 16 pages. The one I shared as sample on the platform. But here is a job opportunity you are also applying to fill. And you are not the only person. Do you think the recruiters will now have time to be, if they spend how many hours on your CV, 15 pages, how many CV are they going to cover at the end of the day? So we are going to see that. That's the essence of this demonstration we want to do. See the practical task. Act as an international executive recruiter. If you take note, pattern now, something peculiar about all the case studies we have been taking care of. The case study with ChatGPT. Act as, it's just like you, an auditor. Maybe you want to use AI tool to audit a particular report. As long as you have all your documents ready, you upload them. The first thing you act as an external auditor or AI auditor, whichever, and ask ChatGPT to audit the attached document. You have to be specific. That's one area we're going to see. Once you know the right prompt to give to AI, you're going to get results. I've shared this with us. Some of us who were at the master class we just concluded the last week or so. I said in March this year, I was in Nigeria, and the Nigerian Revenue Service served our organization for tax liability. And when I look at the tax liability, over 16 million naira by way of value-added tax. And there was no panic when I saw this. The only thing I noticed, I won't expect the relevant tax authority to come and maintain my books of account for me. Even as organization, it's not their responsibility. You are the one to do all your report, then make submission based on what you submit and your bank statement. They will now calculate the relevant tax, VAT. But we have not done that. So they now apply 7.5% on all the money credited to the bank statement. And the bank statement alone, 82 pages. That was the bank statement. To even sit down, how many, if I want to do this thing manually, it means I will now be picking transaction after transaction day by day. And there are some days we have even more than 40 transactions. So I will now be picking, okay, this transaction, this money is vatable, I'll classify. This one is not vatable, I will do this. No. What I just did, I uploaded the bank statement, 82 pages, uploaded the Nigerian tax law, especially the one relevant to VAT. I uploaded that one. We uploaded our own documents in the organization that specify which one is this payment, which one is that payment. Then I uploaded the notice of assessment served by the Nigerian Revenue Service, about 4 different documents. And I started prompting. I attempted first, no result. I gave another one, I did not get. I was about giving up. I gave the third one, no response. Then I said, is it that this thing has not been programmed to handle this? Then I gave the fourth one. And lo and behold, this AI tool pick all the transactions from January 1 to December 31st, 2025. It did not miss out any transaction from that bank statement. 22 pages, one after the other. You now classify, okay, this one is vatable because I asked the AI to create different columns. So the column for the one vatable, you put it, this one is vatable. The one that is not vatable, you put it. The one that is vatable, you will apply the 7.5%. We know the VAT that is due. And another column, you pick the transaction day by day and put the amount as it was in the bank statement. And the first thing I check, the total on that column agree with the total on our bank statement. So it means it did not leave any transaction. It was this I now printed out as supporting document. I now went to the NRS along the airport road. Bring your strong reasons. So come and let us reason together. So I presented. At the end of the day, we paid less than 3 million tax liability against over 16 million. Now, all we need to do here is act as an international executive recruiter and career strategist, review the attached CV, and rewrite the executive summary to meet international standards. So what I'm going to do to save time, I will just pick all this. I want to take tax 1, 2, 3. Let me see what 2 is saying. Identify the top career job titles, the profile best fits globally. Recommend practical improvements to make the CV more attractive to global employers and consulting opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, all I will do, I'm going back to the same ChatGPT we have launched. That's what we are using to solve this problem of CV. Maybe you are the person also looking forward to occupying a top position, maybe globally, maybe in Africa, maybe Nigeria, or elsewhere. You can use the same, particularly when it has to do with global competition, you need to upgrade your CV. I will click on new chat. See what I'm doing. I will use this icon now to upload the same CV I shared on the platform as a sample CV. So I'm going there now. Sample CV. Where do we have certificate course? August week 1 sample CV. I will select it, then open. See what I've done now. I've uploaded. That's the process. You upload the CV. You upload the document. Then let's see next. See what I'm telling ChatGPT now. Act as an international executive recruiter and career strategist. Review the attached CV and 1, rewrite the executive summary to meet international standards. Number 2, identify the top career job titles, the profile best fit globally. That is, this CV I've shared with us. What are the positions that the CV best fit? Then number 3, recommend practical improvement to make the CV more attractive to global employers. And if we have time, I'm not opening that for us. If we have time, you can open that CV for you to see 15 pages. Then see what ChatGPT will say about the CV. I've submitted. See what ChatGPT is saying. I'm reading. I reviewed the attached 15-page CV from the perspective of an international executive recruiter. The profile is substantially stronger than the current opening page communicates. It combines senior academia, professional, let's leave all those stories. A particular important strength is the combination of 2 PhD, forensic, and this. My main conclusion is that the CV currently presents you primarily as a university professor, whereas the underlying profile can credibly position more broadly as an international executive, higher education leader, finance accounting expert, and so on. 1, recommended international executive summary, which is the first thing we ask the AI to do. See executive profile. Of course, in that CV, if you open it, when you have time, open. I did not write this profile there. AI have done that for me. Internationally experienced professor, executive education leader, accounting and finance specialist, digital transformation consultant with more than 2 decades of combined leadership, academic, professional training, research, and financial management experience across higher education, professional institutions, and so on. Brings multidisciplinary expertise, spanning accounting, finance, and all those PhDs in this and that, proven record of designing and leading professional development programs. Can you see the executive summary? Let's go to number 2. This AI to ChatGPT is now telling me that the CV I've uploaded best fits in this area, best fit global career and job titles. Rather than market yourself under one title, I recommend creating 3 career tracks from the same CV, from the same master CV. See the first career track now: higher education leadership, strong target titles, professor of accounting, AIS, dean, school of business. Then executive institutional leadership. Now this same CV qualify for director of learning and development, director of executive education, director of training and capacity development, director of professional, and so on. Then consulting and advisory. The same CV also qualify for the position of senior management consultant, principal consultant, higher education consultant, and the rest. See, finance and technology, AI, like digital transformation, AI and digital transformation consultant, digital transformation advisor, and so on. The international development, senior capacity development advisor, and so on. Then my strongest 5 positioning choices for global marketability. I will prioritize 1, Director, Dean of Executive and Professional Education. 2, Professor, Director of Accounting, Finance, and Digital Transformation. 3, Principal Consultant. 4, Director of Learning. And 5. Then see the improvement. This is where I want us to go. Ordinarily, when you are bidding for a particular position, you submit your CV. In Africa, I don't want to say only Nigeria. Africa, we love too many certificate and qualification. When my own is 15 pages, and they now see somebody else with like 40 pages, say, another thing. So in fact, my own is to be panicking. So if I submit 15, somebody has 40, but AI is telling us that it is not how lengthy your CV is that matters when it comes to global opportunities, but the content. I also share humorously with our young ladies, very beautiful and blessed, but they are still looking for the bone of their bones, the flesh of their flesh. I advise them, say it is not in container, it is in content. Don't just look at a man, size him, that nothing good can come out of. Look at the content. So the same thing with CV here. And he said the biggest issue is not lack of experience. See what he's saying concerning my CV. It is positioning and prioritization. At 15 pages, the document functions more like a comprehensive academic CV than an international executive resume. The publication alone occupies several pages alongside extensive conference engagement. I recommend maintaining two separate documents, executives like consulting CV, which maximum 3 to 4 pages, full academic CV, 10 to 15 plus pages. If it's academics, there's nothing wrong to have 10 to 15. The executive version should lead with executive profile, core competencies. Then he said, replace duties with achievement. This is probably the single most important improvement. For example, the ACCSA Global section currently says that you develop training programs, overseas instructors, measure program effectiveness, and establish partnership. Those are responsibilities. International executive recruiters want evidence of scale and impact. Ladies and gentlemen, SARS and MAS, especially those of us who are still seeking for job. We had one webinar, is it last weekend or last Saturday? And one of our presenters said, when you want to introduce yourself as a professional, that's we are talking of global, what is obtainable globally now. Don't just stop at, I'm an accountant. Talk to the people, especially your clients. You want to have more clients, you want to solve their problem. Once you say, I'm an accountant, don't stop to them in terms of the problem you solve. Nobody is interested. I'm an accountant, I have ACCA, I have ICANN, I have ANA. No. Talk in terms of the problem you solve. You can tell people we are ACCSA Global. We prepare tax liabilities. We prepare financial statement. The same thing here in this CV. Rather than saying I coordinate this, I do that. This recruiter want to see result. In fact, they even want it sometimes measurable. If you have audited, don't just put in your CV, for example, well, we audit organization, we audit government and private sectors. No, tell them in terms of how many have you audited. And if it's even doable, tell them some of your findings. They will know that's what this guy is saying here. That's ChatGPT. See, we are accurate and verifiable. See it now. Rewrite them in the form, let the design. Can you see what we are saying now? Talk in terms of problem you have solved. Just say, I'm a coordinator. What are you coordinating? Hit the nail on the head. Let the design and delivery of executive and professional development program across multiple countries, integrating accounting, finance, leadership, digital technologies, and emerging professional competencies. See what he's saying now? And ideally quantify them. That's the same thing I explained. Directed 30. It's measurable. You should have the number of people you have trained. If it's training, for example, I won't just put in my CV now that I train people. No. How many people have you trained? How many countries have you? See, directed 30 plus international executive training program across 10 countries, serving more than 2,000 professionals and senior executives. When they see this, they say, this is what we are looking for. Not just to say I train people, no. Or I'm an accountant, I'm an auditor. Talk in terms of the problem you have solved. Let's listen to this. There is something I want to share with us, that when you are selling yourself, people don't buy skills, they buy solutions. Don't be telling people, I have these skills, I know how to use AI, I know how to use accounting software. No, 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 no. Solutions. Talk in terms of what you have used AI and accounting software to solve. That's what we are saying. The second version is far more powerful, but the numbers should only be inserted once verified. See what he's saying here? Create a selected executive achievements section. This should appear immediately after the executive profile. Potential achievement already evidenced in the CV include leadership of professional education, ICT initiative, departmental leadership, and so on. See what he say modernize now. The current skill section includes items such as Microsoft Office, online class discussion, in-class lectures, peer. This makes the profile appear more operational and junior than it actual is. I recommend replacing them with executive leadership, higher education, and so on. Because of time, we will not waste time on all this. He said, reduce the publication list. The publication record is valuable. The CV contains journal articles. This for an executive CV, however, I will show only selected publications and thought leadership. What is recommending, instead of you listing all your publications, maybe over 100, just select, and is guiding us. Choose perhaps 5 to 8 of the strongest relevant publications and state full publication list available upon request. Keep the complete bibliography in the academic CV. Compress international engagement. There are more than 40 international engagement research visits listed. This is impressive, but individually listing every event reduces the impact. Instead, create global experience and international engagement, and so on. See the CV. The CV, some other people will see, they say, hey, a few way, like people say, oh, guru. There is no guru anything. No. See what ChatGPT is saying that need to be done. So it, in conclusion here, for case study number 4 or 5, it is not how lengthy our CV is, but the quality, the arrangement, content. That's what we call in accounting substance over form. Let's go to, we are almost rounding today's session. Case study 5. Productivity and time management. See this. I will leave this one for us to handle. Something is very straightforward. That is, ChatGPT can also help us come up with a time schedule. How do we manage our time? You are a senior professional who manages multiple responsibilities daily, including meetings, emails, project deadlines, staff supervision, and personal development. Due to poor time management and workload pressure, tasks are beginning to pile up, deadlines are being missed, and productivity is reducing. Management has asked you to develop a more structured and productive weekly work routine. Then what are the tasks before us? Act as a productivity and time management consultant. Can you see? The tasks you want to solve using ChatGPT will inform your decision on the prompt you're going to give to ChatGPT. So when you ask ChatGPT to act as productivity and time management consultant, you will now say, create a weekly productivity schedule for a busy professional. 2, generate a daily priority task. I think this is second to the last, so we can quickly do that. But again, because of time, I will just take everything. Let me take 1, 2, and 3 all at once. Then I go to ChatGPT. When you get to ChatGPT, as usual, you go to new, then I'll paste. See what I just did? The entire question, you are the senior as we have it in our question. I don't need to put this practical task. I'm just saying act as a productivity and time management consultant, create a weekly productivity schedule, generate a daily priority task list, then suggest 5. We'll take these 3 all at once because of our time. Below is the practical framework. Can you see immediately? Number 1, weekly productivity schedule. The key principle is to assign different types of work to define time blocks rather than reacting to every request as it arrives. Can you see 8 to 8:30, Monday, weekly planning and priorities, Tuesday, daily planning, Wednesday, daily planning, Thursday, daily planning, and Thursday. And the beauty of this thing is you can adjust as the need arises. If you are not okay with whatever schedule allocated, see, time, you work with time. Like I shared with some people also, people are already eagerly waiting for the unveiling of ACCSA Global University, an online university that's 100% online university and is tuition free, only some petty charges. And the master's program, 1 year. There's nothing like you submit project after completing your coursework there. As against project, there will be practical hands-on that our technocrats, those who have experience in industry, that's the only time they will come on board online to show us. If you say, for example, you have masters in data analytics and decision intelligence, it is expected that the holder of the certificate of ACCSA Global University should be able to use at least 2 software that is used in analyzing data, such as Power BI or Tableau. Now, why I'm drawing our attention to this, we are going to see online for each course, maybe masters in artificial intelligence and machine learning, you'll see 2 professors, 1 professor and a support lecturer. You see their picture there, their name, their phone number, their email address. You can reach out to either of them when you have any question or clarification. But where are we going to? The way it works in Nigeria is not the same way it works here in the US. But I know even some lecturers in Nigeria, they have scheduled time students can reach out to them. But here in US, when you even go like Southern University or Southeastern Louisiana University or LSU, you will see at the door of all professors, there are most professors, this is the time students can visit. That is time management, time planning, productivity schedule. It's not just anytime you pick up call, you want to call your boss, you want to call your superior. Doing a good thing is different from doing a right thing. Just early hours of this morning, I scolded one of my staff in Nigeria. She has done a wonderful thing. Actually, I put in for application to travel to a country for our conference, but she had the link, she had the application form, and I said, okay, fill the application form. And she needed to ask some question on what to fill, which is a good job. Ordinarily, I should fill myself. But she now called me after 2 a.m. to ask for document. And I scolded her. I said, you are doing the right thing. Well, you are doing a good thing, but this is not the right time to fill application form. And she said she saw me online. That was when she called. What we are saying is time management. Very, very important. Let's go. Number 2, daily priority task lists. Rather than creating a long to-do list, use a 3 to 2 to 1 priority method. See daily priority sheet. See the date you put it there. And you see something. Must do. If something is a necessity, most important, urgent task. See their deadline. Set a deadline. Must do. Second critical task is just another way to rank our needs in order of priority. Then the one with like faint one should do. Then the last one, task to complete if time permits. See what design. Also identify meeting appointment and so on. If you follow what I'm doing, you should have same result. But then it's also good, I state here, you may not have exactly what you are reading on the screen from my own ChatGPT. Reason, ChatGPT is plagiarism sensitive, not only ChatGPT, all AI tools. They are what? Plagiarism sensitive. It will give you the same information, but it may not be the same arrangement or the same pattern. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, sirs and mas, for your attention. We say exactly 5:30, 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time, we want to stop. I have only 3 minutes. But then, before I say bye for today, I want to quickly show us where we are starting from next week by God's grace when we meet. I've said earlier, it's better we focus on one AI tool and grab the nitty-gritty of what is involved than rushing too many AI tools, and at the end of the day, we cannot gain something substantial. By God's grace, the same case study I shared with us on that platform will continue there from. See case study 6. You can just copy this, take it to ChatGPT, that's all. But for next week, we are starting with another AI tool, which is called Gemini. Gemini.google.com. That's what we're going to look at next week. And I want us to dig deeper into Gemini. Ordinarily, human being will not accept. It's very difficult for one human being to accept that another person is better than him or her. But ChatGPT was not biased. ChatGPT admitted that there are some tasks that are better performed by Gemini. ChatGPT did not condemn Gemini. He was honest. AI too. So we are going to see, by the grace of God, next week, Saturday, some of those tasks that are better performed by Gemini. So that's where we're going to start from, by God's grace, next Saturday. See, the case studies are there, but there are still more. I will add that minimum, we say about 5, 6 case studies that you can use Gemini for. And of course, when you settle down, we also have practice questions for what we have done today on ChatGPT. Check all this we have on our case study. Thank you once again for your attention. 1 or 2 questions or comments before we close.
You have a question. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
My name is Omolai Olufayo.
Pleasure.
So I want to find out, sir, all these tasks, do you have to subscribe? And does it have to be a paid version of ChatGPT, or the free version to can do all these tasks?
No, ma'am. We are using the free version. It is when sometimes when you want to dig deeper that you need to subscribe. But the reality is this, even what we have done today anyway, let me just tell us, even what we have done today, we have not even dig deep into 50% of what ChatGPT can do. 50% is even too much. I will try our possible best to answer your question anyway. Don't let me digress. There are some deeper tasks now that the free version of ChatGPT may not undo except you subscribe. For example, my own version of ChatGPT I use, I pay $22 every month. But then, if you also want to subscribe for you to be able to analyze deeper or to have access to some special feature of ChatGPT, I think there is a platform, there is a way you also pay in Naira. In Nigeria, we get information and share on the platform. And according to those who pay in Naira, who subscribe in Naira, they say it depends on what you want, the version. As low as 30,000 or less than 30,000, you can have access to those premium version. Because I subscribe every month, my own, I have some people from Nigeria and other part of the world who want to analyze some data. They send to me to use my own paid version to do analysis. The free version may not be able to do that. Thank you very much. Hope I've answered you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Adewale Bello, please, your question before. Unmute. Your question, sir?
Yes, thank you very much, Professor.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I
okay,
tried to
madam.
upload
Yeah,
the
well,
CV
that's what I know.
into the chat GPT, and it was telling me that it doesn't
Fine.
match the kind of files that I have.
Try to upload what documents, huh?
The sample CV that you gave to us.
From on ChatGPT.
So yes, and it was
Standard.
telling me this files type isn't
Standard.
approved.
It's not
Okay.
approved.
Yes.
So what version of
So
ChatGPT are you using? Are you sure it's not asking you to upgrade?
yeah, I think so, because it's a free chat GPT.
Okay. We may have that challenge sometime when you are using the free version.
Okay. All right.
We may have that challenge.
So one is to subscribe.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll share more information. Some of us who want to subscribe, according to what we are ready to part with, we share on the platform. Your subscription must not be in dollars. It can be in Naira. There is a way you subscribe in Naira. And I've told us it's not even up to 30,000 Naira, depending. And one thing about subscription, if you decide to subscribe for a month, after a month you want to discontinue, it's flexible.
Jacob before.
Mr. Kilani Babatunde, please
Ní
unmute
ìmíyìn
and
ni
ask your
àwọn
question.
méjèèjì lọ sọ́dọ̀ kí n lọ kọ́ Yorùbá sí. Call of fire.
Good evening and thank you very much, erudite professor. My
Thank God, sir.
question is about confidentiality. Like the other time when you gave us a sample of you uploading the bank statement of your organization in the ChatGPT, will it
Okay.
not expose? Yes, sir. Will it not be an exposure of our clients to the world, maybe for training or for whatever ChatGPT we want to use it for? How can we safeguard such a situation? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. In the time past, somebody have asked similar question, and what we say is that if you upload your bank statement, when you are prompting ChatGPT, number one, you may not disclose the real identity of the organization you are carrying out the analysis for. For example, if my own organization is White Knight Consulting, I can just say this is ABC. Some other time, if you have your bank statement, there is a way you can work on your bank statement. You can cancel. Yeah, it's doable. That requires some editing to cancel the name of your bank or your account number or whatever. You cancel it. But then again, when we talk of AI here, it's just like some other cloud computing solutions. People leverage on the integrity of the developers because there was also signed some document they have published assuring all users of the confidentiality of their information. So I don't worry myself about that, but to be on the safe side, because this machine, they've just done their programming there. Somebody have asked the question, if I upload my bank statement, upload some sensitive information, what of if the developers now have access to it? Another question I will now ask myself, now if, for example, they even access our bank statement, so is it that they will go and withdraw money from my account or from my bank account? Something is meaningless as long as you have take care of other control measures from your own end. So sharing, using your information for another, but the advice they give is if you want to bring up your bank statement, if you feel there's something confidential that you don't want them to know about, you can just find a way. You use the same. Okay, I'll give you an example. You can convert your PDF if you are giving bank statement in PDF, just like this case study I share with us today in PDF. I can take the same case study I share with us, take it, upload it on ChatGPT, and you convert it. Of course, we have other converters online. Convert it to Word first. So when you now convert it to Word document, then go and remove all the names, all the pages where your name of your organization appear and where your bank account appear. So once you remove that, then you don't need to upload with the name of the actual organization and the bank account. So ChatGPT or AI tool will just do the analysis you want it to do. It doesn't bother itself whether there is a name on the bank statement or not. Then I will also share this with us. It's something I've worked on because by divine grace and election in 2023, I carry out when they say research into these AI tools. And I tell people within 10 months, while waiting for the approval of my green card here in US, I have used like 23 AI tools minimum. When I say use, as in with case studies to see the lacuna, the lapses of some of these AI tools. In some cases, I even write the developers to draw their attention that this particular AI is not doing this thing you have claimed it can do. Now, why am I sharing this with us? Some other time, as I was doing this research, I will discover also that there are some cases I will take to AI tool like ChatGPT. That ChatGPT will reply me. I've seen that before. I've experienced it. Number one, ChatGPT reply said, I have not been programmed to handle this task. And that's why we are looking at Gemini next week by God's grace. So when ChatGPT gave me that response, in my quest search, okay, which other AI tool can handle this task? Then I discovered Gemini. Number two, there was another time again, I gave another prompt, another instruction to ChatGPT. And he replied, it is outside the scope of what we are allowed to do. That is, it is now considering the legality of the information I'm asking. So this thing, that is, you maybe, okay, I've asked before, what was that information? That ChatGPT also recognized that there are some things that are not legally allowed to share. So he will not reply, he won't get a response to that. We've experienced that before. And one day, there was a time I was trying to get, is it the email or phone number of a particular person? I saw the name online, I saw everything, phone number. There's one particular information I want to ask. So the ChatGPT now advised me, it is better I find a way, either by mail, send to that person, let the person give me his own phone number himself. That is not part of what he can disclose. Thank you again for your attention. And on this note, I will invite Mr. Emmanuel Simon, if we don't have any other.
Thank you so much, Prof. What a wonderful session. Please, another round of applause.
Thank God.
I think it's been an insightful presentation, and more so with multiple case studies. You can imagine about 5 case studies in one presentation. Please, let's throw in the accolade once more. Thank you, sir. So, Professor Zenogera is unavoidably absent now. He's supposed to take the closing remarks. However, Prof has said it all. It's for next week, we're expecting more exciting session on Gemini with multiple case studies as well. So I will encourage you to practice what you have learned. Like we always say, whatever you have learned so far is, no matter what Prof teaches, just deem it as 40%. The remaining 60% has to come from you. So you have to do more of the practicals. You have to throw in more effort and practice. And luckily enough for us, there are practice questions that Prof left with assignments. Please, let's work on all this. As we return back, we pray that the Lord will keep us all safe to return back to continue next week. Have a wonderful weekend and see you again next week. Over to you, Prof, if there's any other information.
Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel Simon, our webmaster. And to our attendees today, if you have other people you want to join, your family members, your friends, tell them they have not missed anything. It is not late for them to be part of this. We are just starting. This is just very, and we are going to dig deeper by the grace of God. Enjoy your evening, everyone. And to those of us who join from here in the United States, have a wonderful day, because here is just 12:41 p.m. See you all next week by the grace of God.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Sas.
Thank you very much. You're wonderful,
Thank you all.
Prof.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Prof.
Thank
That
you,
was
sir.
wonderful.
Thank you, ma. God bless us.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, sir.